Hello fashion lovers and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to sew an elastic band on your skirt. Okay, for this tutorial I already sew my skirt. So I've gone ahead to use my hip measurement for my waist. Okay, if you want to use an elastic band on the waist part of your skirt, then you have to make sure that your skirt is wider than your actual waist measurement. Okay, so if your waist is like 30 inches, you have to make sure that you make your waist like 35 or thereabout. So basically just use your hip measurement for your band, or you subtract 2 inches from your hip measurement. So for my band, I'm using 6 inches for the elastic, and I'm going to cut out 2, while the band that I'm going to be sewing into the skirt, I actually made it longer than the actual waist measurement. Okay, because the band is going to have hook on it. So if you don't want your band to have hook, you can just go ahead and sew your band before attaching your zipper. So my band is 4 inches wide. So I'm just using my paper gum to give the band stability, and I'm folding half an inch on one side of the band, as you can see. So now I'm just attaching the band on the waist part of the skirt. You can see that I'm sewing in the part that I didn't fold to the waist of the skirt. So after sewing that down, I'm going to measure 4.5 inches. Basically just go away from your that measurement by 1 inch. If your that is 3.5 inches, you have to go away from by 1 inch, making 4.5. I hope this is explicit enough. So I'm going to do this on all the 4 sides of the band, like so. So now I'm going to place the elastic on that line that I marked, and I'll cover it up and sew on the elastic band, like so, making sure that the band covers your seam allowance that you first of all sew. So now make sure that your band is not twisted. Okay, so you have to pull to the other mark and cover up and sew this down. So you can see, make sure your seam allowance, you push your seam, your first seam, you push it inward before placing your band, like so. So now I'm just going to fold over like so. Try as much as possible to make sure you have excess fabric on the start line. Okay, so on the left side of my skirt, I'm just going to sew the band down like so, making sure that I don't have any excess. Sew it down to merge with the edge of the zip. So you can see what I have here. So I'm going to turn it inside out. You can see how it aligns. So on the other side, I'm going to go away by 1 inch so that it will overlap the other side of the skirt. You can see I'll mark down my 1 inch like so, and then I'm going to sew on that 1 inch line that I just marked. And then I'll cut out the excess that I have there and turn it inside out. So you can see the excess that I have there. So the next thing to do now is to sew this down all the way to the end. When you get to the elastic part, you have to draw the fabric so that it can align. You can see stretch your fabric. You can see the way I'm stretching mine. Stretch your fabric and then you sew all the way down. So the next thing to do now is to top stitch on top of your elastic band like so. You have to do the same thing on the other side. So now I can close my zip. So now using my thread and needle, I'm just going to overlap it like so, so that I will know the right place to place my hook. So now I'll just place the hook like so, and then I will sew all the way from the back inside. So this particular hook that I'm sewing now has two loops. So you have to sew on both sides of the loop and make sure you tie firmly. So for the bigger hook, I just placed like so, and I'll make sure that I sew this hook. I'll pinch only this fabric that is facing me, making sure that the needle does not come out on the other side, so that your thread will not be showing on the right side of the fabric when you are done. Okay, so pick only the front, only the part that is facing you, and when you are done, tie it firmly like so, as you can see. So now we are done with our skirt. You can see how this looks. So I'm just going to wear this on my mannequin and show you, so you can see how the skirt is looking. Thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, invite a friend. Do not learn alone. And for now, take care and God bless.